The Middle East ceasefire is a week old, but young Jewish Australians are preparing to go and join the Israeli Defence Force. They're leaving the security of their lives here to risk everything to support the Jewish state of Israel. Tom Tilley from Triple J's Hack Program reports.
For 8 days this month, southern Israel and Gaza were consumed by ferocious warfare. 14,000 kilometres away, a young Australian was training to take his part in any future battles.
So Ben, how fit will you need to be in the Israeli Defence Force?
I imagine pretty fit, trying to build up, the strength and core and, everything, so got to get prepared.
Ben Milston wants to be a combat soldier in the Israeli army. It's an ambition that'll put him on the front line of an ongoing and bitter conflict. He says it's his way of supporting Israel.
It's one of those things that, what are you willing to give up, or what are you willing to, die for? I've got some family there.
Are you going as I think they call it as a
lone soldier? Yeah.
Ben works in a Jewish cafe in Bondi and lives a comfortable life. So leaving friends and family to take up arms for the Jewish state wasn't a part of his life plan. But a gap year in Israel changed that.
I guess I realised, how comfortable I am being with other Jewish people, other people that might have, the same emotions or experiences, that it's just, I guess, a really nice connection to be with, your own people.
That sense of connection made him want to live in Israel permanently. Ben believes that comes with responsibilities.
If I wanted to live in that country, then I wanted to do my bit to try and defend it as well.
Sure. But then with that, even just does Israel have relevance to us as Jews in Australia?
Ben's at the weekly leaders meeting of his Zionist youth movement. His group's known as Netzer, and they organise activities and Jewish education programs for teenagers in the hope that they'll actively support Israel.
We need 2 volunteers for Rabbi Gary's pool party.
These young Zionists believe the state of Israel is central to Jewish life.
Are you Jewish first or you Australian first type thing? And I guess for me, I'm Jewish first.
You shall inherit and you shall settle. The moment you step foot off that plane, you inherited a land.
There's a long tradition of Jews leaving their home countries and moving to Israel. It's called making Aliyah. Young Australian Jews have embraced it. In the past 4 years, more than 400 have made the move. Most have done compulsory military service.
When people decide to make Aliyah, it's based on their age, whether they do have to serve. So for women under the age of 22, they will have to serve for some period. And for men under the age of 26, they'll have to serve.
Ruben Balafi oversees Australia's youth Zionist organisations. He says the recent conflict has strengthened the resolve of young Australian Zionists to support the Jewish homeland.
They have a vision of how they want to see Israel, and part of the vision means that they want to go and build the state to how they want it to be. And I think that the recent Gaza conflict could perhaps only increase that desire.
2, 3, 4.
So how does your mum feel about you going to Israel?
Look, she's obviously going to really miss me.
24-year-old Daniel Crook is another young Zionist about to emigrate to Israel, and pacifism is central to his beliefs.
I am choosing to work towards a reality where, in Israel, where violence is no longer an answer, and where the Israeli Defence Forces may not even need to exist. And I want to affect Israeli society from a very grassroots level and have I suppose, an uprising of positive moral values that can change the face of Israeli society.
Last weekend, around 100 Zionist youth leaders met at a camp near Ballarat. Did it unsettle you much watching the conflict on TV, knowing that you'd be there in a few weeks?
It was a little worrying, but it doesn't change that I want to go there. As in, if anything, I want to go there more.
This will be Sam Gosling's last camp in Australia. The 20-year-old has already booked his ticket to Israel. He leaves in less than 3 weeks.
Are you willing to risk your life for it?
Yeah, I am putting my life on the line for Israel. I've made that decision that it is worth it for such an incredible place that I'll join the army for it.